93, 94 miles an hour, but you can anticipate getting pitches to hit if you're the Astros.
The Astros were very aggressive in the game yesterday. Guy who should be around the zone, but then you also have to weigh and balance out the fact that he's probably got some nerves as Correa sends this one into left shallow, coming on to make the running catch, Jarren Duran. And that's how this game starts at Fenway, with a fly out to left. Pitch to Jordan is a called third strike. Jordan thought about a challenge, but he will walk back to the dugout as Bennett picks up his first major league strikeout in a week and a half. That's going to be in, ball 4. So Isak draws a walk against a guy who normally is not very wild. That is a 2-out base runner for the Astros. ABS powered by T-Mobile, and it was ruled to be a ball, as you can see there on our replay on the MD Anderson, UTMD Anderson strike zone. So they're down a challenge.
Yeah,
they're down a challenge here in the first inning. And it's inside, and we have seen a guy normally with great impeccable command walk 2 in his very first major league inning. 58 degrees here in Boston. This one on the ground, 2 hops. The third baseman thought about getting to the bag, but instead Caleb Durbin will throw it across in time to get Altuve for the final out of the inning. 2 walks, 2 left on. We head to the bottom of the first. Here in Boston for the first time in his career. First pitch swinging is Jarren Duran. He pops one high in the air. Christian Walker in foul territory now drifts towards the crowd and runs into the netting as he ran out of room. Now this go as a strike.
There's a flag above us on the press box, is the one that we would always look at to judge where the wind was.
Jose Altuve makes this play. Duran grounds out for the first out in his lone game here, so he has never played in the outfield before. And that is a hit by pitch as Wilson Contreras will flip the ball to Mike Burrows and run down to first.
He gets hit a lot, doesn't he?
He does get hit a lot. Anthony DHing today sends this one in the air into shallow left center. It was a late break by Bryce Matthews, but fortunately Dustin Harris came across to make this catch. Their bullpen too dramatically. Ball sent in the air to center. Bryce has a better read on this one as he lines it up and puts it away for the final out of the inning. Abreu flies to center to end the first. We are scoreless heading to the second inning. Can't jump right back into a 500 record anytime in the next few days. This is a play made by the second baseman. Yiner hustling down the line, but Marcelo Meyer making that play for the first out.
A little bit, but take those small wins early and start to build on them.
Cam Smith goes after that 4-seamer and misses. That'll be the second strikeout for Bennett. And 2 outs here in the second inning. Bryce grounds one to the right side. He picks up right where he left off on that road trip in Baltimore. He had 6 hits against the Orioles and has a base hit to right here for a 2-out base runner. There goes Bryce. Pitches outside. The throw by Narvaez bounces in there, and Bryce is going to end up with a stolen base, his second on the year in 2 attempts.
These days.
Very interesting. On the ground, Harris is going to try to beat it out, but Contreras beats him to the bag for the final out of the inning. 1 hit, a stolen base, 1 man left on base. Astros and Red Sox scoreless. Burrows facing Trevor Story here to start the second, and Story delivers one right back through the box for a base hit on an 0-1 pitch. And Trevor Story with a single here to start the second. Burrows a longer hold this time, trying to throw off Story's timing. He stays. Ground ball left side. Could be a nice move. They go to short for 1. The turn in time. Double play. Paredes to Correa to Walker. And that's a double play for Burrows and the Astros. Now sit down Rafaela, the batter, with an 0-1 count. Rafaela grounds one to short. Carlos will charge and make the play on the move. And that's a nice inning for Burrows after a leadoff hit. A double play and a ground out gets him through the second. It's a Julie Morales special. This ball hit high in the air, deep to left field. Forget about it. Carlos Correa connects, and the Astros up 1-0 on a home run to left, number 3 on the season for CC.
He puts the first home run on Jake Bennett. This is that second time through the lineup. I was talking about that first time through where the Astros might just kind of see how the ball comes out of the hand, see if it sneaks on him a little bit, but a quick adjustment from Carlos He's got 3 home runs on the season, 2 of them against the Red Sox. This one over the monster.
Correa got a hold of that one and put it.
Like now, he would have seen that ball go right over his head.
This ball grounded to second. Played there by Meyer, and he'll flip it to first. Jordan retired for the first out.
We showed that picture of A.J. Blueball looking over that wall, but that's a center cut fastball at 92, and Carlos elevated that one. Plenty to carry into those monster seats.
The lefty making his big league debut, Jake Bennett. Now Paredes sends one towards the wall and left. This will be off the monster and goes right to Jarren Duran. So Isak will have to take a U-turn and go back to first. That was hit well, but here at Fenway, it's good only for a single. So both Carlos Correa's home run. This ball hit sharply, but to the second baseman Meyer, and they're able to turn a double play on Christian Walker. We'll tell you more about the home runs later, but Walker hits into a twin killing to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the third. 11th pitch coming, and Narvaez wins that marathon as he eventually draws the walk here to start the third.
Ground ball, it's a walk, and then all of a sudden a 3-run homer, a big base hit.
Correa thought about going for the dive, couldn't quite get there. That'll be a base hit through the middle off the bat of Durbin. So now the Red Sox have first and third with nobody out. That one had an expected batting average of 250. This ball has a better expected batting average as he tags this one deep to right and gone. Over the bullpen and into the bleachers, a 3-run shot by Jarren Duran, who snaps an 0 for 15 in a big way with a 3-run shot to right. And the Red Sox are taking a lead here in the third. Almost exactly what you were talking about earlier in the inning.
Walk, softly hit, base hit, and then a home run, and you've got 3 runs on the board. And nobody out in the...
The Red Sox have taken the lead for the first time. This ball hit pretty well to right, coming on Cam, and he can't make the play. It looked like he got there with plenty to spare, but the ball just tailed on him, and it was off his glove and found open grass. Ground ball, right side, past the diving Christian Walker. Stopping at second is Contreras. That is 5 consecutive hitters to reach for the Red Sox. The last 4 via base hit. Time up. Well, you're on the ground to first. Walker goes to second for 1. The return by Correa. Yes, they get the double play. Carlos fires a strike, and Mike Burrows had to cover first base and gets the double play on Abreu. So 2 double plays in this game have helped Burrows out. Now a line drive caught by Carlos to end the inning. Hit hard by Trevor Story, but Burrows gets through the third, only allowing runs on that 3-run home run. Been at Dyken Park this year as he sends this one into right center field, falling quickly, but that guy can cover a lot of ground. Say Don Raffaello with a nice play for out number 1. He made that look easy. Washington Nationals in round 2 of the 22 draft. Yainer delivers a base hit into left field, so Yainer continues his good hitting. I mentioned earlier that Paredes has gained 63 points on his average in the last week and a half. Who was with the Red Sox, now running things with the Washington Nationals. How about that? That's a ball that is fielded on the ground, so now Yainer is in a rundown. He gets tagged out by Contreras. A check swing by Cam ended up in a double play as the ball was hit right to Wilson Contreras, and Yainer was in no man's land in that inning with the 3-run scoring on the home run. This ball hit into left center field, and Meyer has a hit. Matthews will play it on a few hops. Marcelo Meyer now with a career best 9-game hitting streak as he's a leadoff base runner for the Red Sox in the 4th. Swings on him here this time around.
Yeah, Burrows pitched well back at home. His only win this season was against the Red Sox back at Dyken.
Harris trying to deke the runner as it falls in front of him. Little flare by Ceddanne Rafaela has put 2 runners on here for the Red Sox in the 4th. So now Narvaez, who kind of triggered That 3-run inning sends this one in the air to left field. Dustin Harris is back by the wall. He'll have room to make the play as he moves in off of the wall. After that ball fooled him initially, he thought that was going to be all the way against the Green Monster. Instead, it's out number 1. Now Caleb Durbin, the batter. Runners try to advance on a pitch that gets away, and safe at third is Meyer. And into second goes Rafaela. Good job by Rafaela watching that play and trailing into second. Comes in with a 1-0 count on Durbin. Durbin hits it on the ground, and they have the runner hung up. Throw to home, and Diaz will run the runner back. Rafaela's already at third. And now they make the tag. The runner does advance to second. Little confusion there with Yiner holding on to the ball, but they eventually get the tag out. So it remains second and third, but they get the second out of the inning. And pops this one up on the infield. Isaac Paredes coming in from third. He'll put it away, and the Red Sox will strand 2. So Burrows works around for 70 pitches. Comes back to get Bryce Matthews there. That'll be a strikeout. Third strikeout in the game, first since the second out of the second inning.
Daniel Johnson Jr. on the bench, left-handed hitter, and picks up a knock. That a boy, Dustin.
Reaches out and pokes one into right field past the first baseman, Wilson Contreras. He'll be a 1-out base runner for the Astros here in the 5th. Correa skies one to right. Backing up is Abreu. Tagging at first is Harris. He's going to head to second. He's going to stop as Abreu makes a good strong throw. So Correa flies out to right for out number 2.
But we've also seen that velocity go from.
Got in on him, and Durbin makes the play and will bounce it over. That is 2 huge outs for Jake Bennett in his major league debut, getting Correa and Jordan to get through the 5th in a 3-1 lead. That's a called third strike. Contreras down looking. Mike Burrows with a strikeout. That is his first of the game. He's coming in on a 4 for 31 his last 9 games. And he said, no, once he gets going, I've seen this happen before where he hits a fly ball to left, and that triggers things. He hit a fly ball to left his first time up. And since then, he's 2 for 2 with a single to right and now a double to right.
Exactly.
This ball skied in the air as Abreu sends one to shallow left. Dustin Harris underneath it makes the play for out number 2. Ground ball off the end of the bat. Walker will use Burrows covering, and that'll do it for the Red Sox in the 5th. A double, 1 man left on base. We're through 5. It's Boston 3 and Houston 1. Christian Walker and Jose Altuve here in inning 6. Paredes breaks his bat and ends up with a base hit to right field. Isaac Paredes on base for the 3rd consecutive time.
And that bat will go down a hero.
Foul tip caught by Carlos Narvaez. That'll be a strikeout for Kelly. First out of the 6th inning.
Kind of the new coaching staff is kind of trying to figure these guys out too.
Tough play. No one's going to make it. Narvaez makes the throw anyhow. And Altuve has himself an infield hit. Jose reaches, and Isaac Paredes to second with 1 out. Ryder skies this one into left center. Rafaela moves across to make the play for out number 2.
Cut session.
Cam goes down on 3 pitches here as Zach Kelly strands 2 in the inning. 2 hits, 2 left on. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It is pitch count of his career, 98 pitches. That's a swing. Meyer will go down on strikes. Strikeout number 2 for Burrows and 1 out. Epperson is the new third base coach. Cabrera at first. Ball sent in the air to center. Good jump this time by Bryce, and he will put it away for out number 2.
Back that bullpen, the better they are going to be. And if you're pushing back the bullpen, that means you're pitching well. Quality start for Mike Burrows.
He picks up his 3rd strikeout in his first 1-2-3 inning of the night. Burrows center field. A little tapper towards third. Durbin charges, makes the play in time to get Matthews for the first out. Here in the 7th inning. That one skied in the air into shallow right, coming on Wilyer Abreu, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. Correa batted with 1 out and a runner on. Got to a 3-1 count. This ball flared into center. That'll be a base hit. Correa drops one in front of the center fielder Rafaela, and will bring the tying run to the plate in the form of Yordan Alvarez, lefty on lefty. And he smashes one off the mound that may have slowed it up a little bit. That ball was headed towards the outfield, and the Red Sox get a fielder's choice out of it. Yordan Alvarez sizzles one up the middle. The game is a 3-run home run by Jarren Duran. This ball skied in the air to right. Not moving very far is Cam Smith as he puts it away for out number 1. His first outing of the season on April 25th. This ball into center field. Bryce Matthews is there, and there's 2 away in the inning. And he tried to hold up, and he goes too far. Yainer Diaz will underhand it to first, and that'll do it for the Red Sox in the 7th inning. 1-2-3 inning for Sousa. Another good hit. Stay alert. This ball popped in the air, first base side. Wilson Contreras will drift into foul territory. And Paredes retired for the first time tonight, 1 out in the 8th. That ball hit to right, and that'll be down for a Christian Walker single with 1 out here in the 8th inning. Second time Walker's been on base tonight. On the back end of the doubleheader, and tonight they're even in hits with the Red Sox as Altuve swings to the first pitch and skies one into shallow left center. That's the second baseman Meyer making the play for out number 2. Yainer hits the ball hard to left. Backing up is Duran. That's going to be off the wall. And to third base goes Walker. He'll be held there. To second goes Yainer. Astros have 2 runners in scoring position in a 3-1 game here in the 8th. Pops him up on the infield. Contreras at first. Puts it away, and the Astros will strand 2 runners here in the 8th.
You're able to work out of those situations, or at least understand how you did when you were in the minor leagues, and he's picked up another hit. But I also think Boston's in a situation now at the bottom of the American League East. Why not go ahead and keep throwing these guys out there and let them figure it out? But he's been in plenty of situations to be.
That could have been awkward. Here's a ground ball. We could have a second 5-6-3 double play, and yes, we do. Nice little shovel there from Paredes to Correa, and once he gets the ball, the armor Carlos Correa always completes a double play. These guys were coming out of the pens that game. This ball hit hard past Paredes into left field. Trevor Story's hit the ball hard tonight, and he's got a 2 for 4 to show for it. He's a 2-out base runner. Games that year. This ball high in the air to left center field. Playable. Daniel Johnson Jr., who is due up second next inning, will make the play for the final out of the 8th. Astros need at least 2 as they bat in the 9th.
Chapman with that high octane. And he did. 95 right down the middle.
Called third strike, getting Matthews for the first out. Towards the middle, Story nicely to his left, makes the play, looks smooth. That was not an easy play by the Red Sox shortstop. 2 away. Responsible for the lone run with his 3rd home run of the year. Correa hits the ball hard to center field, all the way back. Rafaela, this ball's off the wall. Correa digging for second. The play by Rafaela is pretty close. Correa is safe with a double. Rafaela played that great off the wall in center to make it even a thought of a close play at second. Off the mound, played by Meyer, off balance throw in time as Contreras stays on the bag for the final out of this game. Yordan Alvarez making a bid up the middle, and Meyer makes the play. Yordan a rare 0 for night, and the Astros lose 3-1 to the Red Sox in the first game of this 3-game weekend series. Tough night tonight as all the runs were scored in the 3rd inning on home runs. The Astros postgame show will break it all down. Kevin Eschenfelder and Brian Bogusevic in the postgame show presented by Whataburger. Julia Morales will help out with interviews here in Boston after the game. Postgame show next.